I set off at dawn from the village of Nawal at 3,675 meters above sea level. I walked through ancient villages and past fields being ploughed with yaks along a path cut into the mountainside. Kilometers later, I came out onto a flat plain. I walked past stupas, shrines, and old ruins scattered across the desert plain until reaching what came to be a monastery. But suddenly, 3 dogs set on me, baring their teeth and barking viciously. One was missing an eye. I remained calm and defended my space, backing my way into the monastery grounds, my ears pricked up at the sound of distant chanting. I turned around to see a laughing, grinning monk walking towards me. The dogs backed away and the Lama invited me into the hall where they were performing their daily prayer to Tara, the Tibetan Buddhist representation of the goddess. I sat at the side and listened. The dreamlike scene of the monks laden in thick red blankets, the early morning fog and the glow of light reflecting off the intricate artwork lining the walls and roof truly mystified me. Afterward, the Lama invited me for tea. We sat on the terrace and talked. Then he instructed me to go out to a stupa perched on the edge of the cliff and meditate. After bidding the grinning monk farewell, I continued my journey. The one-eyed dog who initially saw me as an enemy was now escorting me down the path. He followed me through lush pine forest, across streams, eventually turning back when I reached the river. Crossing an old suspension bridge, I passed through another village riddled with generational history and stopped at the mud brick home of an old woman. She made me dal bhat with mushrooms she'd foraged herself and vegetables from her little garden. By late afternoon, I began my ascent. My mission for the day was further into the valley, to Milarepa Cave, the cave of another Tibetan Tantric Master who secluded himself here over 900 years ago, climbing the mountainside freehand to meditate in a cave cut into the porous rock beside a glacier at 4,100 meters. Past ruins and deserted villages through alpine forest of gnarled pines, rocky hills and dried glacial runoffs, I finally reached the monastery beneath Milarepa's cave. From there, metal stairs zigzagged up the vertical cliff face. Eventually, I reached a tiny space where only one person could sit, looking out over the valley. It wasn't grand, it wasn't impressive, but the fact of this saint climbing the mountain, freehand, staying here for days without food or water, and climbing back down repeatedly, that was what truly gripped me, the lack of fear of death. I made my way down from the cave and spoke with the high priest about staying in the monastery. He replied with only grunts. But regardless, he let me into the temple to meditate alone. After I came out, I met the only other monk staying in this monastery. He told me a bit about life in seclusion, practicing Vajrayana Buddhism. But he also told me that the head Lama only spoke his village dialect and disliked foreigners. So with darkness approaching, I left the monastery and descended back toward the village.